Hello everyone, I'm Ngọc Chi. On behalf of my group, this is the presentation about e-commerce, mobile payment marketplace. This talk, which is about the insane race in the mobile payment marketplace, has four parts. Part 1, case study summary. Part 2, the mobile payment marketplace in the world. Part 3, the mobile payment marketplace in Vietnam. And Part 4, case study analysis. It will be very informative and useful, so don't go anywhere. First, let's take a look at the big picture.
The way we pay used to be simple. Long before money, we got the things we needed by trading items of equal value, like a blanket for a bushel of wheat. We trusted the value because we could see the physical object we were getting. Then we evolved to coins and cash, and the world became a global marketplace with greater complexity. But fundamentally, exchange was still based on physical items. Then came credit cards, and money went digital. We traded cash-filled wallets and counting out change for a piece of plastic and a quick swipe at checkout. But with that, we lost the security of cash actually changing hands. And today, our cards can even be virtual. We can swap our cluttered wallet for an app on our device. We can buy and sell with a tap and authenticate with biometrics. We are headed to a future of effortless commerce. Our user preferences and digital profile will communicate with beacons and integrated sensors to give us smart recommendations in real time. We'll use our smartphones and wearables to make in-store and even in-aisle purchases seamlessly and magically. But with all of this convenience, we will have lost simplicity and trust. Consumers will need assurance that their personal information will stay safe. Stores and financial institutions, each communicating with different platforms and users around the world, will need a secure and easy way to connect to virtual payments.
Generally, the mobile payment marketplace is experiencing an explosion of innovative ideas, plans, and announcements, which one commentator has likened to RODEO, a chaotic situation in which powerful players with different agendas compete with one another for public acceptance and, above all, for huge potential revenue. The mobile payment market is the battle among the titans of online payment and retailing, like PayPal, credit card companies like Visa, MasterCard, Google, Apple, Samsung, and startup tech companies like Venmo, Momo, ZaloPay. Specifically, the case our group is going to analyze in this presentation is about the mobile payment marketplace booming. The mobile payment market is expected to generate to somewhere between $27 billion and $75 billion in US transactions volume in 2016, more than doubling the 2015 number. Then we have mobile commerce with an impressive growth rate of over 30% a year. With that much potential, how large the revenue can be? Well, large enough to drive tech and retail giants crazy, like Apple Pay, PayPal, Venmo. Firstly, about Apple Pay. It uses built-in NFC technology, which is a set of short-range wireless technologies used to share information among devices. Users set up an account and enter their banking credential using either their credit or debit card account information or their checking or savings account as a source of funds. Each credit card issued bank an 0.15% fee in return for authenticity of transactions. This is a very small charge, but in fact, Apple Pay contributes to the sales of Apple products and the iTunes ecosystem. However, Apple Pay has a few drawbacks. The number one weakness is that it only works on latest Apple device. In addition, merchants have to buy NFC-enabled point-of-sale terminals. and customers need to change their behavior. The last problem is merchants will lose some of their control over points of sale payments. For example, they could have been offering all coupons and loyalty points. Next, PayPal. It has three ways of payments. First, they sell to merchants a device that allows them to swipe credit card using a smartphone or tablet. Second, the most common PayPal mobile payment occurs when customers use their mobile device browser on a tablet or smartphone to make a purchase or payments at the website. A third method is PayPal's updated app for iOS and Android devices. On entering a merchant store that accepts the PayPal app payments, the app establishes a link using Bluetooth with the merchant's app that is also running on an iOS or Android device. Thirdly, Venmo. Venmo is the social mobile payment app that lets users transfer money to one another. Users sign up for a Venmo account and link their account to a bank account, a debit card, or credit card. Users can also create a Venmo balance by sending money to their Venmo account and then charge payments against that balance. There is no charge for the service when users have a Venmo balance or use a debit card, and a 3% charge for using a credit card as a source of funds. Users have the option to keep all transactions. Now, let's move to summary in Vietnam. The mobile payment market in Vietnam has been growing at a rapid rate and is expected to maintain this trend during the forecast period. The Vietnam mobile payment market size was valued at $60,054 million in 2016 and is projected to reach at $70,937 million by 2025, growing at a CAGR compound annual growth rate at 18.2% from 2018 to 2025. In this presentation, we will talk about Momo, ZaloPay, and VietelPay. Firstly is Momo. Momo is a fintech startup that offers a mobile, electronic wallet, and payment application for iOS and Android devices. Its products help customers in Vietnam make nationwide cash transfer, pay more than 100 types of bills, airline, movie ticket, electric, water bill, phone, or online game cards, etc. with one touch. In particular, the money in Momo account is as valuable as cash and 100% guaranteed by Vietcombank, serviced are licensed and managed by the State Bank of Vietnam. Secondly is ZaloPay. ZaloPay entered the Vietnam market using QR code for scanning to get payment code. It is high security standard with payment card industry data security standard PCI DSS and connection with giant card companies. Finally is VietelPay. VietelPay, the new digital wallet arm of the eponymous telecom firm, hit 2 million users in just 4 months of operations and has gradually served through its rural and mountainous areas. Vietel's entrance into the mobile payments marketplace demonstrates a broader trend among Vietnam's telecom firms, which have rapidly entering the space. Now, let's move to the next part. It's about answering questions in the case study, the mobile payments marketplace, and having a look in Vietnamese mobile payments marketplace. The first question: who are the three major players in the mobile payment market? First, technology companies like Apple, Google, Samsung, and PayPal. Second, large national merchants like Visa, MasterCard, Discover, and American Express. Third, money center banks like JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, Citi, and etc. The second question: why Venmo is considered a social mobile payment system? Venmo is considered a social mobile payment system because there is a social aspect of Venmo that allows users to share their purchase events. They have the option to keep own purchase private as well. When they want to make a payment to another person, they enter the person's email and the funds are transferred when the recipient, who must also have a Venmo account, accepts the payment. The third question: how does Apple Pay differ from Android Pay and Samsung Pay? We can use Apple Pay in any forms of Apple devices, not just iPhone, whereas Android Pay is mostly used in smartphone, and Samsung Pay is just used with some kinds of Samsung smartphone. Android Pay asks customers to enter PIN, while Apple Pay and Samsung Pay can be confirmed by customer fingerprint. In addition, Apple and Android Pay use NFC technology, near-field communication, a set of communication protocols that enable two electronic devices, one of which is usually a portable device such as a smartphone, to establish communication by bringing them within 4 cm of each other to cooperate payment system. But Samsung Pay also apply MST, magnetic secure transmissions, that sends the card data stored on the user's device to traditional magnetic stripe terminals. Last but not least, Apple Pay does not store any user funds, not subject to federal banking regulations, while Android Pay can store users' funds and it is subject to federal banking regulations. Samsung Pay also stores coupons and reward cards, but does not store users' funds and is not a prepaid card. Therefore, it most likely will not be subject to US federal regulations. The next question: how does PayPal enable mobile payments? PayPal currently enables mobile payments in 3 ways. First, PayPal sells a device that allows merchants, mostly small businesses, to swipe credit cards using a smartphone or tablet, just like the Square device. Second, the most common PayPal mobile payment occurs when customers use their mobile device browser on a tablet or smartphone to make a purchase or payment at a website. This is not very helpful for merchants like Starbucks machines or local restaurants who would like customers to be able to purchase goods in their stores and outlets on the fly without keying in information to a smartphone. Third, PayPal's updated app for iOS and Android devices. On entering a merchant store that accepts PayPal app payments, the app establishes a link using Bluetooth with the merchant's app that is also running on an iOS or Android device. This step authenticates the user's PayPal account. On checkout, the customer tells the merchant he or she will pay with PayPal. The merchant's app charges the customer PayPal account. After the payment is authorized, a message is sent to the customer phone. No credit card information is being transmitted or shared with the merchant. In conclusion, increased interest in mobile payment heightens its need in the business world. The development of mobile payments demonstrates the increase of technology in people's lives. It also makes progressive developments for catering to customer needs like the convenience and quick transactions. These new paying methods present many advantages when compared with traditional ways. Fewer and fewer people carry physical credit or debit cards to complete payment. It seems that mobile payments make a difference in our daily life. That is the end of my presentation. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Goodbye.